Hey guys, and welcome back to War Thunder. It's KrebsCOHO here. In today's video, I am yet again going to be taking away the glamour, the luxury, the excitement, if you will, of a live commentary, and instead doing a post-commentary. Mostly because it's easier, and KrebsCOHO is a lazy person. Yep, that's my personality. I have a relatively lazy personality, I would say. Or maybe I just like easier things. Maybe I'm not lazy, I just like easier things. That's perhaps it. Trust me when I say this, but doing YouTube as a hobby is a relatively hard sort of thing. Try doing a live commentary, both playing the game and giving a commentary that is interesting at the same time. If you want to try to live in my boots, or pretend to be a YouTuber, try that yourself. Pretend that you're recording a video whilst you're in a game, in a match, and trying to sound interesting. It's hard to do, so post-commentary it is today. And today I am taking out my pet tortoise, Franklin. Yes, I've named my tank. Actually, to be more accurate, my assault vehicle. I've named it Franklin after the cartoon character, the turtle, Franklin. Although they're completely different things. One's an animal and one's a mythological beast of epic proportions, and that is my pet assault gun, Franklin here. And so what we're going to be doing is going on Normandy to try and kill the Germans. Alright, we're assaulting Normandy here. This is a reenactment, alright? It's both the Russians and the Brits. I don't know how this makes sense, but the Russians and the Brits are assaulting Normandy with tanks. There are no infantry, and there's a lot of balloons overhead. Look at that. First enemy spotted. I believe that is a Tiger 2H, if I've seen that correctly. And the first thing that I decided to do was shoot him on the right-hand side of his turret that is visible to me, because that is exactly where his gunner is. So if I can do that, then chances are I can knock out a lot of important things, such as the man that is utilizing the gun. And of course that is very important to knock out the man who is utilizing the gun, because as you can imagine, if there is no man on the gun does not fire. Alright, this is not an automated drone. There are actually men inside that vehicle. So, getting that nice shot, what's really nice sometimes about shooting these German vehicles especially is because a lot of times they'll have these guys clustered, men clustered within the turret itself, so you can knock out the gunner and then also the commander behind. So it's like a 2-in-1, killing two birds with one stone. Now I decided to take out the tortoise because, well, after the last video that I did where I actually killed the tortoise, I was asking you tortoise anatomy experts out there, what is the best way to kill a tortoise? And I don't think anyone actually responded to that. So I decided, hey ho, I hear a lot of good things about this vehicle. It's kind of like an epic vehicle, you know, big, lots of armor, lots of men inside. Why not take it out into actual battle and see what it's like myself? And so here I am in my first ever match, literally my first ever match in the tortoise, trying to utilize it as best as possible. Now I decided it'd be best to go down along the main road here in Normandy because, well, there's a little bit of logic. Everything that I try to do in War Thunder, I try to think to myself, would this be the best way of approaching this scenario? And I think that's going to be the moral of the story today. There's actually two morals to this video today. Trying to figure out yourselves the best way of approaching a situation, whether that's where to go on the map, how to shoot an enemy vehicle, where to shoot him, or anything of that matter, alright? And the second moral of the story is how you can top the leaderboard whilst being on a losing team. Because you don't always have to be on a top team, or the winning team rather, to actually be at the top of the leaderboard. It is possible. So I decided to go down along this main road because I just feel like going anywhere else on Normandy, you can get flanked really easy. Now imagine if I went on the outskirts or if I went on the beach, I could get shot in my sides. And a lot of times those are blind corners as well. They'll be flanking intersections, junctions, whatever. And it'll be kind of like a blind corner, so you could go around that corner and all of a sudden somebody could shoot you. You just don't really know what's behind there. But going down along this main road, I know what's in front of me, and because it kind of stretches out into the open, like out into the open square and then the beach, I get a good view of what's actually on my flanks. And hence why I feel like this was the better option to go for. Now, approaching the enemies from the front, I know what was in front of me, and I don't want to take him on necessarily head on. So when a flanking opportunity presents itself, as it has been here, then of course I'm going to grab it by the balls and make the most out of it. So I flanked around the sides, and here is Mr. Tiger 2H. Wanted to engage me. I'm going to shoot him right into the right hand side of his turret that's visible to me. And again, look at that, as I was talking about, that 2-for-1. Man, it's like a sale going on here. That 2-for-1 is what we want. And he is really screwed. Oh my dearie me, he's getting some shots off. Not doing any damage. And talking about the Tortoise, or Mr. Franklin here. Franklin is actually heavily armored. Franklin has about 200 millimeters of armor on the front, depending where you shoot, of course. There are some sections that are about 160 millimeters of armor, so that's why he was able to actually penetrate me, especially on the sides. So there's 7 guys within this vehicle. It's really easy to knock out quite a few of them by just simply shooting the sides, where a lot of vehicles at this battle rating, by the way, it comes out of battle rating at 6.7, a lot of the vehicles at this battle rating can easily get through 160 millimeters of armor. So, they can knock out those extra guys, as I would say, spare wheels, as I'd like to call them, from the sides very quickly. But it's okay, they're not that important. Most of them are just machine gunners. Well, then again, one's a driver, and that can be kind of important, but they're mostly spare wheels. Another thing that I noticed when I was taking out this vehicle is just how easily it actually gets engine damage or transmission damage. I think it's because the transmission you can easily knock out by shooting at the lower half of the vehicle, and it doesn't have that much armor. It's like 160 millimeters, and as I was saying, every vehicle at this battle rating, near enough every vehicle, depending what you take on, is going to have enough penetration to get inside that transmission and do some damage. Hello, Panther 2! Oh my god, right on the edge, Krebsy! You are living life on the edge, and literally shooting enemies on the edge as well. As I was saying though, this is the worst nightmare of a Tortoise, and what you don't want to happen to you. If you try to angle yourself, that's fantastic. I appreciate your effort at trying to bounce enemy shells and increase your effective thickness, but it can actually work against you if the enemy knows what they're doing, which I assume this Panther 2 knows what he's doing, because all you have to do with a Tortoise that's angling itself is shoot it in its transmission, that lower half I was talking about at the front, and all of a sudden, Tortoise is literally a tortoise. Yes, Franklin is now literally a tortoise, sitting here, going nowhere. Yeah. But luckily, I have a lot of guys inside this vehicle, and its survivability is remarkable, as you're going to see here. In order to top the leaderboard, it's not always about getting the most amount of kills, although that's going to help. But sometimes it's about how much of a punch you can take. And how hard... No, hold on. Sylvester Stallone said this really well. It's not about how hard you can get hit. It's about how hard... Wait, no. Damn it, I screwed it up. It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep going. Alright, there we go. That's your Rocky quote of the day. Look at that. I'm just flicking over the leaderboard so rapidly there because I wanted to show you guys how fast I was actually earning points from those multiple enemies shooting me, and especially that SPAA. God damn, I wish they'd just let the SPAA do some more damage to me, because that would have been amazing for points acquiring. So that's me dead once. My team is crumbling around me. As you can see and be witness, this assault on Normandy is kind of falling apart. I don't know whose bright idea it was to bring just nothing but vehicles. Actually, there are planes, that's a lie. But you would hope that there would be some actual, like, infantry. I don't know whose bright idea this was. So, yeah, I think this assault is definitely not going too well. Alright. Now I'm looking for enemies. There has to be something up ahead in front of me. Hello? Indeed there is. Of course there are going to be enemies. If you're on a losing team, of course there are going to be enemies pushing up to the spawn. So it's not like you have to be unaware of enemy presences for a long time. They're going to be absolutely everywhere. Oh my gosh, this Panther 2. Why? Oh my god, Krebs, what are you doing? Stop aiming for the edge. Like I say, guys, I live life on the edge, literally. I try to shoot enemies on the edge. No, I don't. What am I talking about? There we go. I'm trying to just deny him of getting this kill. But as you can see, my Crusader ally is getting hit from somewhere else as well. So that indicates that there is another enemy nearby. Krebsy, stop aiming for the edge of everything. I'm sorry, guys. Look. There's a very small space in which I can penetrate. Give me a little bit of slack. Luckily, this gun is actually really, really strong. Or really accurate. And check out the penetration as well. You're going to notice this, but I'm not sure if you guys looked at the earlier kills. But, or maybe even that kill there. The round has so much penetration. It's about 240 millimeters of penetration. It actually goes through the front of the turret and out the back. How amazing is that? Oh! The track! Go for the track! God damn it, there's somebody off on my side here, and look at what he's done. He has damaged my cannon breech. That's not the least of my worries. I wish I noticed that earlier, because if it was just the cannon breach, I wouldn't care too much. Because what's about to happen here is Bush's OP. What I should have been doing rather than repairing is rotating myself to face the enemy. But I thought that something was wrong with my transmission. I mean, there is a little bit of damage, but I really feel like I could have done more damage, or at least shot this Panther II here, if I just didn't repair, thinking that there was something wrong with my transmission. Because now there is something wrong with my transmission, but earlier there wasn't. So I think I honestly could have gotten maybe an extra kill on that Panther II, or at least done some damage to him. But on the bright side, I got a lot of points. Now, how am I going to end this game? Would it be the sensible option to take out the Charioteer, my next highest tier vehicle? Of course not, guys. That would be absolutely stupid. Why would I do such a thing? That'd be the smart thing to do. But why would I want to do that when I can have fun in a T-170E2? Watch, guys. I'm gonna make circles around the enemy. Look. Panther II and a Yag Panther. What could go wrong? Look how fast I am. 30 kilometers per hour. I can get... Oh, my God. Oh, my dearie me. Oh, man. Oh, the artillery doesn't even work as well because I'm in the spawn. Well, that's just absolutely fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. And in the end, I died 3 times. We'll call it 2 because the third one was just for the lulz, or the trolls, if you want to say it like that. If you guys are wondering what the results were, these are the results. We ended up losing, and I ended up getting almost no decent lions from that. But what can you do? It is realistic battles and its higher tiers, and in general, I think it's harder to get a decent amount of lions in realistic battles. I find it's actually a lot easier in arcade battles to farm lions and stuff like that. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. The moral of the story, well, I can't really remember what the moral of the story was, so rewind the video and remind yourselves that way. Hope you guys enjoyed, and until the next one, this is KrebsCOHO. What would you like to see? Until then, catch you guys next time.